I find a woman who should know. She used to work for Yorkshire Bank at their Leeds headquarters and says she'll show me evidence of the true cost of bank charges.
So why did you decide to come forwards?
Because I thought these people should know the truth.
She wanted anonymity, but she told me she was prepared to speak out because banks had been lying to customers about these charges for years. The woman's job was to analyse and price every task carried out in the bank, from turning on a computer to bouncing a cheque. Then, she could calculate exactly how much bank charges should cost.
How long should it take for them to bounce a cheque?
A few minutes.
Which in reality would cost what? A couple of pounds maximum?
Maximum, yeah.
Which is vastly different from what the bank are telling the customers.
It certainly is.
The woman's former employer, Yorkshire Bank, refused to comment on this unless we revealed her identity.
It was less than £2.
I've seen proof of the true cost of bank charges. I wonder if the managers at Barclays know the truth too. It's not long till I find out, when a manager at a training session confesses all.
So stopping a cheque or something, or bouncing a direct debit, costs the bank maybe £1.50, £2 in admin charges, but we bill the customer 30 quid, 35 quid. So that's a bit unfair, a bit unrealistically harsh.
Inflated bank charges just seems like another lie, on top of all the others I've seen since I've been at Barclays. But as another manager admits, it's a highly lucrative one.
Yes, we are. We are a business, and we are here to make money, and we will make money. And we're very proud of it. I'm a shareholder, so we need to continue to make a profit.
I've been in Barclays for more than 4 months now. I've seen customers lied to from the outset. I've seen a culture so sales-driven that staff turn to corruption in an attempt to meet their targets. Yet when the time comes to leave, I'm hit by last-minute nerves.
During the course of this investigation, I've been scared and nervous, but today's my last day and I'm more nervous and more scared. I have to resign and I have to tell them why I want to leave, and I'm not looking forward to it at all.
Can I have a word with you?
You can.
I don't know what I expect my boss to say when I tell him that I'm resigning because I feel the ruthless sales culture at Barclays is an abuse of customers' trust. But I don't expect this.
I won't bullshit you or anything, you know, it is a sales job. Bottom line, that is it, and it's getting even more so. When I came into the bank like 5 years ago, I knew it was a sales job, but it was a sales job hand in hand with a customer service job. In the last 6 months, I've never seen change like it so much and so quickly. It's going to get worse rather than get better.
We wrote to Barclays, telling them everything I'd seen in the 5 months since I started there. They agreed to meet me at their headquarters at Canary Wharf in London. I was introduced to Christine Farnish, Barclays Head of Public Policy, who was going to answer my questions.
Okay, Christine, today I just want to talk about what I've witnessed and what I've seen while I've been in
I told her I'd seen staff trained to lie to customers, to deceive them into taking a call.
I am an account consultant from Barclays Bank.
That's in clear breach of our policies, actually. I'm afraid your instructor was not complying with our rules. And obviously, you know, if you were going to give us more information about this, we haven't seen the detail yet, as you know, then obviously we'd investigate it. It's not supposed to happen and it's wrong.
I asked how Katie and I could have got jobs without adequate checks on our background. I was told Barclays have a very thorough checking system, and they were following up Katie's references, although not as quickly as they should have done. I asked them about the fraudulent bank account opened for a non-existent man with what seemed like the minimal of checks.
Bank fraud is something we take extremely seriously. Actually, the amount of bank fraud is very low indeed when you look at the huge volume of transactions that goes through every day.
Barclays say their bank charges are based on a complex calculation, and they won't comment any further until an investigation by the Office of Fair Trading is complete. I also asked about the mis-selling of additions accounts by staff eager to earn commission.
We are not in the business of encouraging or condoning mis-selling or inappropriate sales in any way whatsoever. And we stamp on that when we find it, because it is completely inappropriate behaviour for a bank. We pride ourselves on being a responsible institution that puts its customers first.
However, she said she couldn't discuss the James Crosley case as it is still under investigation. I suggested the mis-selling and corruption I'd seen was the result of excessive pressure on staff to meet targets.
We've got 130,000 staff, and they are not going around in tears saying they're subject to incredible pressure to sell. They're doing a whole range of things that actually delight customers and make customers want to go on doing business with us, because people know we're a good bank, we're trustworthy, we do the right thing, we treat people with respect.
But I told her I'd seen a culture of contempt for customers.
And my attitude is, look, I don't know you, I don't care.
Do you think that's an appropriate attitude?
Absolutely not, and I'm quite shocked to hear that case that you've just described.
Given what I've seen, do you still think it's still reasonable to ask customers to trust you?
So I say, I don't think what you've seen is in any way representative of the way in which Barclays does business. And I'm sure our millions of customers would tell you exactly the same thing.
And as I left, I couldn't help thinking that the view of Barclays from the corporate headquarters seemed a long way from what I'd experienced on the ground. The whistleblower I'd first met said she'd never regretted her decision to resign. She just didn't like what the job had done to her.
As time goes on, you start getting a bit of a conscience and you start thinking, hang on a minute, this isn't right. You start disbelieving in what it's all about, and that's when I think you've got to go.
I'm not sorry to leave Barclays either. What I've seen has shaken my trust. Lying and cheating were all in a day's work for some staff under huge pressure to sell. Which isn't much comfort to the millions of us who have to put our trust in banks like these every day.
If you have concerns about activities in your workplace or suggestions for a topic for a future Whistleblower programme, please call the BBC Action Line on 08000 680 062.